Thank you. So, back in the room. So, to address Councillor McGee's point of order, I've been advised that isn't a point of order. Mrs Shields, is it a point of order you've got to make, or is it a point you've got to make? If it's a point, I'd rather you didn't.
I make a point of order. That is the question that I sent to James this morning was subsequently discussed over the telephone. He phoned me back and we discussed this question. Now, I would have expected that this distribution of questions include mine. I feel, again, undemocratic, and I don't know why you want to hide a simple question.
If we could let James, Democratic Services, interject then, Mr Shields.
I can't hear what you said. Can you repeat your comment, please?
If we could allow Democratic Services to comment.
I'm asking you.
Yes, why? I know what you're asking me. I've just told you we're asking Democratic Services to comment on your question or your point.
And?
Through you, Chair, yes, we spoke on the phone this morning, Mrs Shields, ahead of the meeting about your request to ask a question.
Yes.
That discussion included whether it would be added to the list or that you could ask it as a supplementary question, potentially after the first three questions had been asked and answered. That was where I thought, that was the conclusion I thought we'd reached, that you were going to ask it as a supplementary question. You were clear that you wanted to ask it according to the wording you'd sent in advance.
Correct.
I don't see the fact that it's not on the list. It was not intended to prevent you. My understanding was that you were going to ask the question.
It would be much better if this question that I have raised with you and I have sent you in writing, that it is being distributed, simply because on previous hearing, when I wanted to ask my question, there was uproar here to try to stop me asking pertinent questions. And this would have stopped this altogether. It would be among the others, in a rank that you suggested, and I accepted that. Thank you.
Item 3, Chair's announcements. I'll refer to Councillor McGee's comments, but firstly, welcome everybody and thank you for coming over. Once again, we seem to be seeing rather a lot of one another at the moment. No complaints. In relation to public speaking at confirmation hearings, panels don't generally do that, so that's nationally. Allowing members to speak of the public to speak about an individual who the Commissioner proposes to appoint involves a significant risk of comments being made about the individual that are inappropriate and certainly good chance, as we've seen, outside the remit of the panel, or it may even expose the panel to formal challenge. It's just not good. It's just not good practice. This is forming part of a hiring process, an HR process. You might not agree with it, but you're entitled to your opinion. So, moving to agenda item 4, urgent business. There is no urgent business, other than the candidate, first candidate, is unable to attend today. So, Nikki Watson, she has been called away very late in the day. We don't have any further details, so sadly she's not able to attend this afternoon. We will be advising further on this. And the second candidate, we're not sure what time they're going to be here. We're hoping before 2 o'clock. So based upon that, James, I believe we will adjourn the meeting and await the second candidate, and apologies.
Oh, well, you didn't have to sit back down, you could have just left.
God, you could have, as a chair, you could have communicated this to all of the panel who's